Alright, guys, part two. This will most likely be the final part, guys. I'm only gonna make a 1 hour quick video. I'm a little tired. You hear the noise, I'm eating my breakfast and I have my coffee with me, so you're gonna have to bear with the noise. The noise of me eating my food, right? And you guys better enjoy this series while I can, because once I'm king, I'm peacing out region, man. You're not gonna be saved. I keep saying this. As you guys are fucking crazy people, man. So yeah. Be careful for the Sharks. Guys like Peter Jackson, Mel Gibson, the Zane's actors, the greatest of actors, you gotta be careful about these animals. As everyone in this world wants to do whatever they can to make more money for themselves. And that's why you gotta be careful about everyone. Even the Lord of the Rings crewmen, you gotta be careful about those guys too. They're all sharks too. I don't know. There's some Lord of the Rings crewmen who might even demand 170, even a 200k salary. I'm like, guys, you're getting greedy. I'm not paying you any more than 150k. That's good enough. You're never gonna make this in Hollywood. Someone asked Ivan, "Are you gonna pay us a bonus, like a $10,000 bonus?" I'm like, no. Your $2,000 gift card is your bonus, which is a nice bonus. As in Hollywood, you don't get shit. You don't. The crewmen don't get bonuses in Hollywood. They don't get. Only the actors get that kind of. Only the actors get the incentives. Whereas the crewmen don't get shit. They get their flat, shitty salary, and that's it, man. Whereas Hollywood actors, are some of them get bonuses sometimes with their salary. They pay them bonuses. The other companies. They pay them bonuses. I'm saying. And so you gotta be careful about the sharks. You gotta be careful about the animals in Hollywood. You have to be careful. As Peter Jackson, Mel Gibson, the Zane's actors, you know what I'm saying, the greatest of actors, the Hidden Valley movie actors are all sharks. They're all going to do whatever they can to get more money to make more money for themselves. Especially the film profits and the merch. All the agents are going to try and get a piece of that money because they know that's where the real money is. Like, yeah, even though Ivan's front end deal's nice, the real money is his back end profits. Yeah, they all want a piece of that money, but they're not worth my royalties. You can't let them dupe you. Yeah, even some of the crewmen, I guarantee you, even some of the Lord of the Rings crewmen are going to ask for a piece of the royalties too. Hey, Ivan, we're going to get a nice piece of that, a nice like $20,000 of that. I'm like, you're not getting shit. I can easily give the Lord of the Rings crewmen like a good like $10,000 worth of the royalties, obviously, but they're not worth it. As I'm not going to do like that, obviously. Ivan, it's only like you know what I'm saying, I'm not going to do that. Your bonus is your $2,000 gift card. You're not getting shit. The crewmen are not worth a piece of your royalties. They're not. They're your stars. They're average people. Yeah, they're Hollywood crewmen, hence they're worth 150k. But at the end of the day, they're average people. That's why they're not worth any more than 150k. And $2,000 bonus. They're not getting squat off my fucking royalties. But some crewmen might even try and get a piece of their royalties. I don't know. Am I gonna get a nice piece of that? A nice like $50,000 worth of that. They might try and the crewmen are gonna try and get like maybe like $5,000-$10,000 perhaps. $50,000 worth of the royalties. Yeah, are you gonna pay us all a nice like $50,000 bonus? For your movie. Some of them might ask, I'm like, no, you're not getting squat off the fucking royalties. People be like, yeah, Ivan, don't give the Lord of the Rings crewmen a piece of your money. They're not even worth it at all. Yeah, they're average people, yeah. The crewmen are not even worthy. The crewmen are not even worthy to even think about it, man. They're not even worthy to think of asking. They're not worth it. Do not let them dupe you, Sarah. But no, technically speaking, chances are the crewmen won't ask for a piece of the royalties. They know they're not worth it, but the actors are going to try and get a piece of the royalties. Because they're Hollywood actors and they all have egos and they think they're the best. Hence why all the Hollywood actors are going to ask for pieces of royalties. Guaranteed. Seems there. They're all going to ask for a piece of the royalties. And you got to be careful about the sharks. Do not let Peter Jackson, because Peter Jackson is a greedy animal. Something tells me he's going to try. Something tells me Peter Jackson's going to try and what? He's going to ask for like He's gonna ask for something ridiculous like 0.9 to 1%. I'm like, Peter, you're smelling blood in the water. You're getting greedy. I'm not paying you that. That's crazy. I'm only dividing 1% with you, my 17 and the Acros. I'm not going any higher than that, man. I don't mind going a bit over 1%, like 0.2, but my point is I'm going around that 1% range. I don't want to go any higher than that, man. I want to make my 71%. I'm not going to let you fucking take 1% and I make 69.8. No. I want to make my 71%, 70.8%, whatever it is. See what I'm saying? Do not let Peter dupe you. Or Mel Gibson. Or Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni. My deal for Jon Favreau gets $34 million signing bonus. Ivan, am I going to get a raise for my bonus? No, John. You get the same bonus for my 5 movies. That's good enough. The bonus I'm paying you is a lot of money. As CEOs don't even make that kind of money for the bonus. And Ivan, what about 10 million yearly salary? I'm like, no, John. You're getting greedy. I'm already giving you a piece of the royalties. I'm not going to pay you $10 million yearly salary. No. You're going to be affecting my budget, man. 6.8 million and you get 3.5 and you get your 100 raises per movie for your yearly salary, but you don't get a raise for your bonus. Your post-filming bonus and your signing bonus, you don't get raises for that. He gets his $250K post-filming bonus for all my movies, and he gets his flat $34 million sign bonus, Jon Favreau, which is $20 million in his bank. That's a good fucking deal. And he gets his 6.8 and his 3.5, and then for the Great Escape, he gets 6.9, 3.6. You see what I'm saying? And then he gets his 0.2 or 0.1% of the profits, depending on how much my movie grosses. So if my movie does, if Zanus does what? If more than 1.1 billion people buy my Zanus movie, Jon Favreau will get 0.1% of the profits. He'll make his nice, I don't know, 70 million, 80 million, even 100 million royalties. He'll make. Depends. If like 1.4 billion people buy a movie, Jon Favreau will make like his own. If I give him 0.1, he'll make his 100 million. I'm sorry. If only 1 billion people buy my movie, Jon Favreau will make his 0.2. He will make his $100 million too. He'll make his like 80 to 100 million dollars, Jon Favreau, on average, right? And John might get angry. He's like, Ivan, why is it such a big deal to you if your movie does more? Why are you giving me less if your movie does more? If your movie does more, you should be giving me more money, Ivan. We share your success. I'm like, no, John. I'm not going to let you do it like that. If the movie does more, you get 0.1%. I'm not going to let you walk away with like $152 and $200 of my money, John. You rip me off as if you were in my shoes, John. If I were in your shoes, I wouldn't even give you a piece of my royalties. I'll just pay you your flat salary. I wouldn't even pay you $35 million sign was. I'd only pay you like a $14 million sign was, like a $2 million salary, yeah. Because they're all greedy, cheap people, obviously. Whereas me, I'm greedy when I'm generous. I'm not paying John. My deal for John is, it's a conditional deal. If more than 1.1 billion people buy our movie, John, you get 0.1. You're still going to make your 70, 80, 90, $100 million in royalties. You make 70 million, 80 million, that's a lot of money. You still made what? You still made a shitload of money for yourself, see what I'm saying? As Jon Favreau will make at least 70 million after taxes. 70 million to 80 to 90 million dollars after taxes for the Zanus project. He's going to make his 70, 80, 90 million dollars after taxes. Because Jon Favreau, if he's hired, he doesn't have to worry about the agents taking 10% of his money. He will no longer need his agent in Hollywood. Yeah, John, you can ditch your agent. You don't need an agent anymore. You're the boss. You're the CEO of my company, and he gets his full Canadian money. And he doesn't have to worry about the rates. He doesn't have to worry about the agent taking 10%. Whereas the Hollywood actors, the Zanus actors, they have to worry about the rates. Except for Vaughn Joseph. Vaughn Joseph's lucky. He lives in Vancouver, obviously. But all the other actors, they have the rates, and they have their agent takes 10% of whatever they make. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But because John's greedy, he might get angry. Now, Ivan, why is 0.2% such a big deal to you, man? If I make $200 million, why are you making a big fuss out of it? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, cause John, you're not worth $200 million of my money, John. You may be worth maybe $180 million of my money, but you're not worth $200 million of my money, John. You rip me off. I'm not gonna let you rip me off. I'm not gonna let you walk away with $200 million. That's crazy, man. I'm being way too generous, man. CEOs don't even make that kind of money, John. Keep John around that 110, 90, 95, 80, 70, 65 million range. Don't have him rip you off and have him walk away with $150 to $200 million in royalties. Otherwise, Jon Favreau's ripping you off. My guess is Jon Favreau will make around 90, 100 million for Zanus. For his royalties, excluding the 50 million he made for his bonuses and his yearly salary. You see what I'm saying? So he signed like his $140 million deal. Yeah, Jon Favreau's going to make a lot of money, like 80, 90 million, $85 million after taxes, something crazy. $85 million is more than enough, John, in your bank. You're gonna be by the time John Favreau, by the time Zayn is done, obviously the project is done. John Favreau will be worth almost $200 million. He's gonna make his like 85 million after taxes, almost $100 million richer he'll be. He's worth 100 now. By the time he does Zayn's, he'll be like worth almost $200 million. And by the time he retires, he'll be worth like $400 million, John. $400 or $500 million, John. 450, 500 million, $400 million, John Favreau will be worth. By the time he's like 80, he'll be loaded. Yeah. Because he made on average his 80, 90, $100 million for all my fucking 5 movies. He striked it richer, yeah. He striked it richer because he's already loaded. The guy's already loaded. He's worth $100 million. My guess is he has a good $60 million in his bank around there. He's loaded, hence what? Yeah. See what I'm saying? Same goes for Dave. If Dave gets greedy and he wants he might get angry. Why is Zirpon? I'm like, Dave, you're not even worth my fucking royalties at all. Because you're my CEO, I'm willing to give you a nice piece of the profits. If the movie does more, you get 0.07. That's my deal. You might get angry. You're still going to make your 38, 39, 40, $45 million, $50 million in royalties if my movie does $200 million in sales and you get 0.07, you're still going to get your $45 million in royalties, excluding your rich yearly salary and your bonus that you got paid. You're going to be a good, $30, $35 million richer, Dave. You're going to become rich. Whereas Dave Filoni's rich, obviously, but he's only worth like $8 million right now. He's rich, but he's not as rich as John Favreau. But the money he makes off my Zane's project, he's going to be like $30 million richer, man. $35 million richer. He's going to strike it richer. By the time he does the 5 movies, Dave Filoni will be worth his $100+ million. He's going to have his $100+ million in his bank. He's going to be worth $100+ million, Dave Filoni, after the 5 movies. A good $120, $130, $140 million. And you might have a good maybe 60, 70 in his bank. Dave Filoni around there, right? Yeah, we loaded. Yeah. Because Dave and John are going to be your CEOs, you got to pay them a rich salary, but don't let them dupe you. If John Favreau gets greedy and he wants 0.405, I'm like, John, you're getting greedy. You're not worth it. I'm not going any higher than 0.2 for you, John. And if the movie does more, you get 0.1. That's my deal. That's good. That's good pay to Ivan. Yeah, but you're giving Keanu Reeves. Yeah, Keanu Reeves is bigger than you, John. He's a fucking big A-list actor. You're my CEO, John, but even some actors make more money than the CEOs in Hollywood, right? Because Keanu Reeves and them are really, really big actors, I'm paying them more money than you, John, because they're big. Obviously. But John Favreau's making more money than what? John Favreau's making more money than fucking Scarlett Johansson, Ben Affleck, and all, but he's not making more money than the really, really big ones. The really, really big ones are signed massive contracts. John Favreau's, the amount of money I'm paying John Favreau, he's making more than the majority of the A-list actors that I'm casting for my movie. But not all of them. Some of them are going to make more than him. But he's making more than the majority of the A-list actors I'm casting John Favreau, because he's my CEO. He's going to be the boss of my company. See what I'm saying? He's a CEO. He's going to be the boss of my company. And that's why you got to be careful. Do not let what? Do not let John Favreau and Dave Filoni dupe you, man. And something tells me they're going to get a bit angry. Like, John, you're greedy. You're greedy too. You're making your tens of billions and you're giving us peanuts. Yeah, because I'm worth the money and you're not. I'm the main show. Me and VJ are the main show. There's a reason why I'm making that money, John. Because I'm fucking God. I'm special. Me and VJ are God. We're special. You're not us. You're small compared to me, John. Ivan, you're making your tens of billions. You're giving all of us peanuts. Compared to how much we're making. Yes. If you think I'm going to give you like $1 billion of my money, John, you're fucking crazy. You're not worth it. I'm not going to give you $1 billion of my money. I'm not going to give you $500 of my money. I'm not going to give you $300 of my money. I'm not going to give you $200 of my money. You're crazy. I'm going to keep you around that 90, 80, 70, $100 million range. That way you don't dupe me, John. $100 million is good enough, John. Like, CEOs don't even make that. Sport athletes don't even make that. See what I'm saying? Yeah, man. And if a sport athlete makes $100 million, chances are it's a long multi-year contract. It's like a 5, 6, 7, 8-year contract. And I'm paying you $50 million for the 4 years of Zanus. And you also get a $100 million royalty check for you're making even more than most of the pro sport athletes. See what I'm saying? Yeah. I gave John a good deal. With that money, John, you can buy your own jet. Buy your own nice $18, $17 million jet for you and your family for your vacations. Yeah, I gave John a good deal. Buy multiple condos if you want. You can even start your own business if you want. I recommend you don't. I recommend you just take the money that you made and enjoy your life. There's a high chance Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, they might perhaps start a business. They might maybe own they might perhaps maybe buy a couple condos around Vancouver. They might perhaps put money into some businesses, investor money in real estate. They might own their own restaurant. Yeah, they can easily afford it. I recommend you don't. John, I recommend you don't invest your money. Just what? Take the money that you made and just enjoy your life with your family. You're making, you have enough money. You don't need to make more money for yourself. Samsara? Yeah, do not let these animals in Hollywood dupe you, man. You gotta be careful. So let's talk about my Zanus project. In the remaining, 15 minutes that I have, I'm gonna talk about my Zanus project. I'm gonna delve more deeply in depth of what I talked about in my last video. Obviously, something tells me Peter Jackson, if he's chosen, Jon Favreau, George Lucas, Dave Filoni, something tells me they're going to push for a PG-13 Aratat. Ivan, I think you should have Zanus PG-13, Ivan. You'll still get a good movie, Ivan. Like, if you make it rated R, kids won't be able to watch this, Ivan. I'm like, guys, enough with that. I do not want Aratat to be a PG fucking character, man. Ivan, like, Avengers of Thanos was PG. You know what I'm saying? Azog was PG in The Hobbit, and the movie was fucking turned out fine. It was a good movie, Ivan. You'll still get a masterpiece. I'm like, guys, if you have Aratat be a PG-13 wolf, the movie won't be as good, man. It won't be as good. So Takis is in agony. So you're going to have Takis be in agony for a non-scary Azog-looking wolf. A wolf that's not even scary. Like, it destroys the whole fucking purpose of the story. There's a reason why Takis in agony, because he's facing the devil himself. There's a reason why Takis at first is afraid to face Aratat, because he knows he's the devil himself. In the book, when you read it, Aratat is known as the devil. They call him the devil walking in the south, obviously. And all the people fear him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm doing, guys. Yeah, but Ivan, if you have it rated R, like the young, like 5, 6, 7-year-old kids won't be able to watch it, Ivan. John, Dave, George, Peter, they can watch it when they're older. Wait until they're 13, 14, they can watch it. It's not that big of a deal. Yeah, but Ivan, like, are you saying you don't care about the kids? I'm like, John, don't play that game with me. You turn me into a porn star, and all those kids watch my videos, and you turn my wife into a porn star. I don't want you playing that game. You killed me. You trapped me with sugar dad. You locked the doors on me. You caused mess of my life. Don't play this game with me, guys. You know what I'm saying? I'll shut you up for good. You shut you up for good. Yes, I shut you up for good. Do not play that game with me. As I know what I'm doing. Rated R is where it's at for Zanus. If you want to have a good movie, make it rated R. You know what I'm saying? Make it rated R. If you want to get a good movie. You know what I'm saying? Ivan, what about your Great Escape? For the Great Escape, I want it rated R too. As if it's PG-13, the movie won't be as good. You know how John Wick is dark? Yeah, it's dark like John Wick. Obviously. Whereas They're Unique, I can make it PG-13, 14 plus. 14 plus, They're Unique. So all my other 4 movies are all going to be rated R. The Hidden Vamp movie, I might have it maybe 14 plus. Maybe not rated R for the Hidden Vamp movie. Maybe 14 plus for the Hidden Vamp movie. See what I'm saying? Yeah, somebody tells me Peter Jackson, like, Ivan, why don't you make it PG-13, man? That way the kids can watch it, man. The young kids, the young 4, 5, 6, 7-year-old kids can watch it, Ivan. I'm like, Peter, if you have Aratat be a fucking full-on CGI PG wolf, the movie won't be as good. I don't want Aratat to be full-on CG. I want him to wear a mask, but I'm going to apply the unheard of special effects towards that demonic mask, hence why he'll look natural and amazing at the same time. You have the bounce. He doesn't look too computer, he doesn't look too natural. Don't have Aratat look too natural, hence why... Yeah, if you want to have that balance, you're gonna have to what? You're gonna have to create the best mask in the business. Yeah, the one that was used for the Annabelle movie. Create nice costumes and masks like that for the characters of Ephesus, Aratat, Fool, and all them. And you apply the $420 million towards special effects CGI towards those costumes, and you're looking at walking demons. They look very amazing, but they look more natural. Like the Orc-hai and Lord of the Rings were very scary, but they look more natural. See what I'm saying? But you're looking at something even better than Lord of the Rings. Because Lord of the Rings, I'm a guy, Peter, I do not want the masks to be like the Lord of the Rings orcs and Lord of the Rings. No. I want it to be more professional masks like that, like what that actor wore with the Annabelle movie. That picture I showed you, a professional mask like that, where the character of Ephesus, Aratat, and all. But except the wolves look like Pennywise the Clown, the bats look like Ephesus, and the hybrid of a boss of Lord of the Rings. So I'm saying? I'll end this video here in about 10 minutes here, guys. I'll even talk for a good hour before I can't, guys. I'm really tired. I haven't slept yet. I've been up for a good 12 hours now. I woke up around, what, 9 o'clock yesterday, 10 o'clock? And it's coming to 10 o'clock now. Yeah, it's 9:08 right now. I'm gonna watch my video and take a nap. Set my alarm for 7:30, 8 o'clock, and I'll work on my book with my youngest brother. Obviously. Yeah, something tells me George Lucas, because George Lucas did Star Wars, and Star Wars is PG-13, right? It's PG-13. And Jon Favreau's used to doing PG stuff too. He did Mandalorian is PG-13. No, Mandalorian's 14 plus, I believe. Yeah, Jon Favreau's used to doing like PG-13, 14 plus movies. That's why he did Lion King. That's PG. You know what I'm saying? You might tell me, Ivan, like you can make it. You can still tell a good story if it's PG-13, Ivan. You don't have to have it rated R. I'm like, John, if you have Zane's PG-13, the movie won't be as good. And I can't see it beating out Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings. If you have Aratat and all them be PG-13 Wolves and Bats, the movie won't be as good. It'll still be a masterpiece, obviously, but it won't be as good. You want to create buzz. Have Aratat and them be devils. That way, it creates a more powerful story. Tactius fighting the devil himself. Yes. The ancestors of the north, the holy ancestors of the north, the curse of ancestors of the south. It creates a more powerful story. People are like, yeah, Ivan, you're right. If you have Aratat beat the devil himself, it's gonna create a more powerful story. You're gonna have a better movie. Yeah, it's gonna build more buzz. Yes. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna build more buzz. It's going to build more buzz. You see what I'm saying? As I know what I'm doing. It's going to build more buzz. I don't know. I do the concept arts with Peter Jackson and my wife and Guillermo del Toro and all of them, and we decided what picture we want for Aratat, the Devil Wolf King, obviously. And then Peter looks at the image. He's like, "Holy shit! This gives me goosebumps, Ivan. This is fucking horrific. I've never seen anything as scary as this." You know what I'm saying? I'm like, Peter, if I have the crewman build the mask and the costumes based on what his cons are, and I apply all that money towards CGI, how scary will these beings be, Peter? He's like, Ivan, I've worked in this industry for 40 years. This is a revolutionization of horror, Ivan. You're looking at demons. Like, Aratat is gonna make Aratat and Ephesus of a fool and all them morale, and all those demon bats and wolves and Barak are gonna make my ring race and orcs look good. Like, if you thought those orc high in Lord of the Rings were freaky, they look good compared to fucking your characters, Ivan. You're looking at demons, Ivan. Walking devils and demons. How scary, Peter. Ivan, if you apply that kind of technology towards this demonic mask, the mask is already horrific, and you apply $420 million towards a demonic mask, you're looking at something so scary the world is going to fill for you and your actors, Ivan. You're looking at demons. You might tell me that, Peter. You're looking at demons, Ivan. Ivan, something so scary, like some people in the world, me, we might even cry for you guys. We might even cry for the man. You're looking at demons, Ivan. Lily Pure, yes, Aratat won't be so scary. You guys might cry for me. The world's gonna cry. Might even cry for you and all your actors, Ivan. You're looking at demons, Ivan, like walking devils, a revolutionization of horror, Ivan. Something that can affect you psychologically. Yeah, you're looking at demons, Ivan. I'm like, holy shit. That's why Zane's, Ivan, if you put all this money towards your movie and you tell this story, you have Aratat be the devil, I can't see any movie trilogy topping this. Yeah, you can't. Ivan, you're looking at like the best story ever told in motion picture, Ivan. Peter Jackson might tell me that, yeah. You're looking at, he might tell me one of the best. Because Peter Jackson has an ego. He doesn't want to compete with his Lord of the Rings franchise. So he won't tell me my movie will be better than Lord of the Rings, but he'll tell me, Ivan, it'll be one of the best movie trilogies ever made. He'll tell me that. Or he might just keep it to himself. But he's not stupid. Once he reads my book, he's finally going to hit his mind. Holy shit. I finally see Ivan's point now. If you turn this kind of story into the big screen, and you put $1 billion, $985 million towards that, you hire the right Hollywood actors, you hire the Lord of the Rings crewmen, you pay them more money, that way they all work hard for you. And you apply all that money towards the technology, towards world building, special effects, the horror of the wolves, and the action sequences. You build big sets, you lease the best cameras, the best film IMAX cameras. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I can't see what. I can't see my Lord of the Rings trilogy. I can see Ivan's Zane's trilogy topping even my Lord of the Rings masterpiece. Yes. Zane's is so good it will even top the Lord of the Rings trilogy. I'm gonna keep saying this. I'm gonna tell you guys this in advance. There's a good high chance there will be some critics out there who will like Lord of the Rings better than my Zane's story, but I highly doubt it because I'm acting in it as Tactius. There's no one like me, obviously, and VJ's acting as Lithia. There's no woman like VJ. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And I poured unheard of money towards my movie, hence what? I can't see Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings topping my Zane's movie, but it'll be very, very close, man. It's going to be very, very close. It's going to be very, very close. It's going to be very, very close, my Lord of the Rings, the Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings with my Zane's trilogy. Because Lord of the Rings is a fucking... I saw Fellowship of the Ring like a month ago, and I saw Two Towers twice within like a 3 week time span. I'm telling you right now, Lord of the Rings is a masterpiece. But it will not be as good as my Last of Zane's movie though. My Last of Zane's movie will take it out by a slim margin. Obviously. Trust me, Peter thinks I'm crazy, but once he reads my book, it's finally gonna dawn on him. Holy shit. I see Ivan's point now. He's gonna think about the plot. He's gonna think about the whole story. Holy shit, I see Ivan's point now. If you turn this into the big screen and you put like a $985 million towards it for the world building, action sequences, the horror of the walls, the set building, the costumes, armor, and weapons, the machine for the mask. You know what I'm saying? Pimp out your IMAX film cameras and you pay all Lord of the Rings crew and actors of their millions. They work harder for you. I can't see my Lord of the Rings trilogy topping this trilogy. Yeah, obviously he'll either have that thought or he'll have that thought. Yeah, I see Ivan's point. There's a possibility Ivan Zane's trilogy can top my Lord of the Rings trilogy. Yes, because Zane's is a better story than Lord of the Rings. That's what I'm saying. But Lord of the Rings has richer speech and richer dialogue and richer world building. So the Lord of the Rings movies will have richer speech, richer dialogue, and richer world building than my Zane's movie. But my movie will have the better story. At the end of the day, it comes down to your story. When it comes to entertainment, whether in the author world, the film world, it all comes down to your story. How good is your story? You have a better story, you have a better movie. You know what I'm saying? Right? Just like the Star Wars sequels and prequels are more entertaining to watch than the originals, but the originals have better stories. That's why they're better than the sequels and the prequels. You see what I'm saying? The prequels is very, very spectacle. Much more entertaining spectacle than the originals, but the originals have the better story. That's why I like the originals better than the prequels. As the prequels were okay, they're pretty good. And the sequels had no story. The whole thing was an absolute jumbled mess. It was a complete mess of sequels. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like you can argue Transformers. You can argue Transformers is more entertaining to watch than Lord of the Rings because you have a spectacle, a lot of spectacle in Transformers. But the trilogy is the story is not as good as Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings has a better quality story, hence why it's better than Transformers. As Transformers is not on the same level as Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings is better than Transformers, obviously. Transformers is up there for my favorite movie trilogies, obviously, but Lord of the Rings takes the crown for me. Then my second favorite trilogy might perhaps be Transformers or Star Wars: The Originals. It's probably my second favorite. Then maybe third Transformers. I'm saying? Yeah. To end it off, I'm going to keep saying this. I don't know. Peter Jackson, all you Lord of the Rings nerds and Lord of the Rings Reddit who love the movies and the books, obviously, the Lord of the Rings books and movies, you guys all buy you all buy my book, obviously. Most of you guys buy your $22 ebook, or you pay $100 and you buy the nice print. The print arrives in your mail. You download the PDF file. You sit in the backyard. You sit in your balcony. You go to a park, and you read my book. Let's see how good Ivan's book really is. Ivan's so fucking cocky. He thinks what? He thinks his book is better than J.R.R. Tolkien's Lord of the Rings. He's so fucking cocky. Let's see how good this book really is. And you read the prologue. Holy shit, this is pretty interesting. You know what I'm saying? You read what? You read chapter 1. Holy shit, this is sick. Young Tactics. And then once you hit chapter 2, obviously, you what? You binge the whole book. You binge the entire book. You binge the entire book, obviously. And what? and you get your 6 beers and you order your takeout. This is fucking sick. I'm gonna go get some Wendy's and some pizza and some McDonald's and some 6 can of beer and my nice wine. I'm gonna read Ivan's book in my back porch, my backyard porch. You know what I'm saying? And you sit in your room, you sit in your house, you order food and you binge the entire volume 1 in one day. You're like, holy shit, this book is sick. I'm enjoying this book more than even Saratoga's Lord of the Rings. Yes. Yes. Yes, man. My book is what? My book is better than Saratoga's Lord of the Rings. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Even guys like Brian Lee Durfee, the author of the Brian Lee Durfee, the book YouTuber, obviously. You know what I'm saying? He's obsessed with books, obviously. He talks about Lord of the Rings, how Lord of the Rings and Stephen King's books are the best. Once he reads my book, he's gonna be like, holy shit, Ivan's book is better than even Lord of the Rings, Way of Kings, and like fucking Malzahn and fucking Wheel of Time. Yes. You know, all these books are fucking amazing. They're masterpieces, obviously. But they all feel a bit normal. Whereas Ivan's book is very unique, like the world building of the North and the South. Eretet's the devil working in the South. He's the animal kingdom. Takis is the prince of the North. His father's the king of Xanus, the king of the North. You know what I'm saying? A great wall surrounds Xanus. There's a rule you can't leave the walls. It's a unique story. Yeah, it's a unique story. Whereas Brandon Sanderson's Way of Kings book, George R. R. Martin's Game of Thrones, those books are sick, obviously. They're amazing books, but they all feel a bit normal when you read it. Whereas Ivan's book is very unique, and he just knows how to keep you hooked the whole way through. And Brian Lee Durfee will guarantee binge my book. He might even, I heard he's a fast reader. I heard he reads like 100 pages every hour. If he reads 100 pages every hour, he'll be able to finish my book in one day. Because my book will only be about 500 pages long. So if it's 570 pages, chances are he will binge the whole thing in one day. He'll binge the whole thing. Holy shit, this book is sick. Ivan's a fucking amazing writer. Yeah, I'm saying, yeah. And I thought these books were good. Holy shit. Xanus is the best fantasy literature ever written. Yeah, man. Best fantasy literature ever written, man. And all you Lord of the Rings fans are going to be shocked. Holy shit, man. Ivan wrote this, man. This is sick. You finish volume 1, you read volume 2, and Takis is weeks later. That's even more interesting. And you read volume 3, and volume 3 is arguably more interesting too. I like volume 2 the best, I'm saying. Like, holy shit, Ivan's a talented writer. You know what I'm saying? You got all the Lord of the Rings and Lord of the Rings are going to become crazy Last of Us fans of what they even are for even Lord of the Rings. Because I didn't sell, there's not going to be any blogs about Last of Us. I didn't sell. That's how good my Last of Us story is. It is a book worth billions. And hence why it's going to have crazy buzz. And hence why the movie will be the best story told, the most picture. And the movie will have crazy worldwide buzz. Anyways, if this video, I talked for 1 hour, I'm tired, I'm going to upload this video, watch my video, then go to bed. This is Ivan the Mayor, I'm signing up. Peace.